Hello there. Let's round up some of the latest features and enhancements for Jamf for Mobile. Jamf for Mobile is now cross-platform. With the introduction of Manager for Android, administrators are now able to enroll, configure, and monitor Android devices. Web threat protection, mobile device security, and zero trust access can now be deployed with consistent policies across any eligible Apple or Android device. Check out the Jamf Learning Hub for a walkthrough of how to get started with enrolling Android devices. The Manager for Android portal can also be integrated with existing Jamf Security Cloud portals. Once connected, device information syncs over from Manager for Android into Jamf Security Cloud, allowing administrators to monitor both their Android and Apple devices from a single interface. Jamf's Network Relay service is now available as a release candidate for production use on Apple mobile devices. Network Relay is our next-generation remote access solution, providing secure, zero-touch connectivity from the moment a device is first turned on. Jamf's Network Relay implementation is built on Apple's native OS support for mask and managed device attestation, to ensure that only authentic, company-owned Apple devices are able to seamlessly connect to protected resources. Setting up your Apple devices with a Network Relay configuration is as simple as creating an activation profile in Jamf Security Cloud. Let's take a look at how it works. This device is not enrolled in my Jamf Security Cloud portal and does not have any active VPN settings. If I try to access this internal resource URL, it comes back as forbidden. In Jamf Security Cloud, I'm creating a new activation profile, selecting the network access capability, and then selecting Managed Device Attestation under Authentication. After the profile is created, we can both sync the profile over to our UEM solution, Jamf Pro, as well as deploy it to this device with a single click. Under UEM Actions, I'm selecting a group I've created in Jamf Pro that contains this device. Click Deploy to Jamf Pro, and the profile is then synced into Pro and scoped to the selected group. Nearly instantly, on the device we can see a VPN and Relays setting option has appeared showing the Jamf Software Network Relay. The device is now successfully enrolled and verified as a trusted device. When I attempt to access the internal resource I failed to access previously, I can now successfully connect. If you'd like to sign up for the Network Relay release candidate, fill out the form linked in the video description and we'll get in touch. On-Device Content Filtering, or ODCF, is now part of Jamf Protect and Jamf Safe Internet. Previously, content filtering in these services relied on gateway-based solutions like Cloud Proxy and Secure DNS, or DNS over HTTPS. As of iOS 16, Apple has improved their operating system to allow us to instead analyze this network traffic directly on the device itself. Unlike previous solutions, ODCF cannot be bypassed by a VPN, a proxy, or a DNS service. To take advantage of ODCF in Jamf Security Cloud, create an activation profile that contains either the content controls or security service capabilities. Selecting either option will automatically enable ODCF and Secure DNS for devices that receive the profile. If you have an existing web content filter profile, it's recommended to create a new activation profile with either of these options selected to enable the new feature. For those who want to use ODCF in Jamf Safe Internet, check out the link in the resources for instructions. Next, there have been several improvements to Jamf Executive Threat Protection. The deployment capabilities have been updated to allow for MDM deployment of the Threat Protect app to supervised iOS and iPadOS devices, and the Threat Protect connector can be deployed via MDM to all device types. To deploy either application, navigate to Deployment, Deploy. Select the desired application and click Next Step. For this example, we're deploying the Threat Protect app. Choose an application plan, or connector plan if you're deploying the connector, and proceed. On the Deployment Method screen, we can select the MDM option to deploy this app via MDM. On the final screen, We're provided a managed app configuration to include with the MDM deployment of the Threat Protect app. In Jamf Pro, we can add this to the App Configuration tab when deploying the Executive Threat Protection app to enrolled devices. Jamf Executive Threat Protection has also added a new centralized location for incident management. Navigate to Security Operations Center in the sidebar to access the new dashboard. The Security Operations Center provides an organized dashboard of alerts and events in an environment, grouping related events into unified incidents. This helps reduce fatigue from trying to parse through a large number of related alerts, and provides visibility into detection performance for Executive Threat Protection. As alerts are generated and events occur, they will be logged and represented on the timeline here, along with more detailed information in the table below. That's it for our roundup of the latest features and improvements in Jamf for Mobile. Be sure to visit the Jamf product release notes in the Jamf Learning Hub at learn.jamf.com to review all of the exciting updates to Jamf products as they're released. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all down the trail.